It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll get a look at this team's field-stretching tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. The action is only moments away on Sunday night primetime.
Well, the skies certainly aren't cooperating, Brock, but for a lot of those guys on the fields, this is perfect football weather. As we welcome you to another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Kate, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance at a tune-up before they play on into the postseason chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter. Their final chapter in a story to take the field until September rolls around again. And for some, frankly, well, this might be the last time they ever put the pads on. So leave everything you got out there and do everything in your power to go get that win in this.
We're playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And the nightcap to a busy Sunday is underway. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. He's going to throw this one. That's caught for the first. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They give it to him again. And they bring him down around the 34. 16 yards on the play. And that'll give him a first down. Back to the well again. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun here. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Timeout called on the field. So we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. They're now set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. They motion the tight end over. Another try following the sack. Brought in right side. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. They'll throw it. This is Sutton working the right side. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
One of the league's elder statesmen knocks it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And leading them out, one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 39. He's dropping deep on this snap. His first throw is an interception. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be a first down. He'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 7. Cut by Sutton. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
After the field goal, they'll boot it away and put their defense back out on the field. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors and their running back about to get back to work. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Short pass brought in.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's got a man left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Looking for a target. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives them the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the 46. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10, looking to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. They're throwing it. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Complete out to the right. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. It's going to be a gain of 5 on what will be the final play of our opening quarter. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return with more NFL action right after this. Time to begin the 2nd quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. And he can't find a lane before being wrapped up at the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Setting up a throw. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down? Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now this offense ready to head back out. And they haven't been able to find their way on the scoreboard just yet as the deficit has reached 9 points. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throw left side, complete. And this one does not go far. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Back now, pressure on its way. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing now on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll make the stop after a short gain to the 48. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Throwing from the gun here. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. This one falls incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Well, that sack is a reminder why these offensive tackles get paid what they get paid and get drafted where they get drafted. Because to block the defensive ends in this league, well, it's no fun.
They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll come out throwing. That one's complete right side. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give him a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Connecting on a slant. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They send the tight end in motion. And he's going to get him up to the midfield stripe with that run. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Throwing now off play action. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. This offense making its way back out now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that 1st down marker. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They're going play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Across midfield to the 45. Inside the 25. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Now the PAT try coming up. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And these guys take a 16-point lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Another drive coming up for this offense. And after that opposing score, Brock, they find themselves taking over down 16. Play action on 1st down. Looking to his fullback now. And he'll get it up to the 44. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd and 4. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. From the 29. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That one gains 7. And it sets up 1st down. They'll run here from the gun. Gets to space right side. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. He's got it! And in for the touchdown! Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Extra point attempt coming up. And it's good, but the choice to kick there means this still is a 2-possession game in the second half. So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Whistles sound as the defense decides to call timeout. 2nd and 10 now. Cut out left. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, they'll run. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go now.
Looking to the air here. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a gain of 22. And they're going to have a first down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw here on first down. Has him on the quick hitter.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
He has it at the 5. He has the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Setting up to try the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And his guys take a 16-point lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They take over on offense now pretty late in this first half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. He'll throw it. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 27. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. Punting unit out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. In a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's... Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. That's going to be taken in at the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the 2nd half. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Brock, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And they'll have 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They go play action on 1st. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll give him a 1st down. They are throwing it again. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 3rd down.
After the penalty, they have 3rd and 4. Looking for a throw here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And 4th and 4 coming up. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that drops the deficit down to 13.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now this offense getting set to work here. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Throwing from the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
They go play action here. Completed to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
They'll run here on first down. And he takes this down to around the 39 before he stopped. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. From the 39. It is cut left side. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That heater is going to fall to the turf. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's going to be 4th and short. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Their offense running back out now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Play action on first down. He's got a man left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Ball at the 33 for first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Man in motion out of the slot. Here's 2nd and 2. Dumped off to his running back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They'll throw on first. Cut out left. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
All in left side. And he's able to get this down to the 13. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Back to throw. He brings it in. Touchdown! So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one right down the middle. And these guys get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense getting set to go. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. And they send a man in motion. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Cut by Sutton. It's a pickup of 11, and that'll be a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now we're on the counter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throwing off the play fake here. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw now. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's still just a 1-score game as we resume play in the 4th. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. From the 40 on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Pass play coming here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They'll come out throwing. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Another try following the sack. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
3rd and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. This one intended for the running back. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So out now comes the punter. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Back out runs their offense. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. To throw it on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Design bootleg here. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker. 2nd and 3 now. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Second and 13. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Putting the tight end in motion. Oh no, the ball is loose! And it's picked up by the defense. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle.
Man, there is nothing like a defense taking the ball away for you, right? It's all about the ball. It's all about, you hear me preach that all the time. Get the ball back. Well, they get the ball back with a little extra bonus on that return as well.
Here comes their offense out again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's going to be blocked down after reaching the 43. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Pass play now. Connecting on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Back now, pressure on its way. And it's caught, touchdown! These guys have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first.
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this.
Under review.
Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field, so that play's going to remain a touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And his guys cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Completed to his running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and throw it here. Completed to Sutton. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that gives them the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's a throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2nd and 3 now. He's going to throw this one. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. They'll throw it. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll give him a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice gain. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Finds him over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Throwing now from the gun. Finds a man right side. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. We've reached the 2-minute warning. These guys trail by a couple. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll look to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. And this one doesn't go far. Trying to set this up quick. Here he is to throw. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Flush down out to his left. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Complete over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
They've got first down from the 31. Running it now out of the gun. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to throw. Cut out left. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they snag some much-needed momentum to end the regular season as they start looking ahead to their wild card contest next week. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. A nice showing here from our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.